behind me, and I've been sitting here with my eyebrows on for like 30 minutes already. But I do have a plan. I want to do something kind of like this. Kind of pastel-y, kind of very spring-like. I know, pastels for spring. Groundbreaking. But just something fun, a little colorful, because it's cold as hell today. Not cold as hell, but it's definitely chilly. Like, my knuckles are very cold. Yeah, 40 degrees feels like 33 in April. So, but yeah, let's get into it. But I'm gonna first start off with that little bit of pink, and I'm gonna primarily, for the mattes at least, use the Beauty Bay Bright Matte 42 color palette. And I'm gonna start off with some of the shade Sweet Tooth and a little bit of White Lies, like the tiniest bit. And then I'm just gonna start to pack and press just in like the inner third corner of my eye. But yeah, no, it is Wednesday, April 8th, or April 8th. It's a Wednesday. Either way, words. I haven't done Boo all day, which is so good because I've done so much the past 2 days. And I also already feel like I am bouncing off the walls. And I kind of regret giving away tomorrow's shift because, like, at this rate, I'm going to be losing my mind in the house. And I know I can do things tomorrow, and I might go get lunch. But I don't want to go, like, do anything. But went to the food show yesterday. Oh my goodness. I got so much food. I know, wow, what a concept, getting food at the food show. Who could have foreseen this coming? And then with a different brush, I'm going to take some of the shade Tutu with a little bit of Cosmopolitan. I'm going to start to pat that right there. But no, I mentioned it before. Parents have a food truck. We get food delivery sometimes just so we don't have to go shopping. And the service usually does like a food show, like, you know, I don't know how many times a year, but there was one yesterday, and I went, girl, and my mother's like, hey, you usually have the day off, you can come with us and get samples of everything. And everything I did get. When we first got into the venue, before we even got upstairs into the hall, they were giving out like croissants and then coffee. They had a table of cut up fresh fruit, some drinks. There's like some sort of boxed water. I think I got a lemon flavored one. I haven't opened it yet, but. And then I'm just going back in with some of Sweet Tooth and moving it up a little. But no. Besides the fact that we stopped and talked to like 8 people, because obviously it was a food show, we saw people we knew. Whether it was our food rep or just other people we knew. It was a very sociable visit. Like, I know my father's Italian, but it felt extra Italian yesterday. And then on a denser, rounder brush, I'm going to take some of the shade Livin' for Lavender mixed with a tiny bit of blue. But I got so many samples of so many things. And I'm just going to kind of create a C shape around the shade that I already have and bring it up and over a little. But I want most of the pigment to be like right there, and then drag this up a little carefully. But I got to take home, because there were a few places that were giving out like a few like packaged goods. I brought home my favorite type of cookie. I forget the brand, but the cookie itself is called a manifesto cookie. It's chocolate and like some caramel pieces, and I think maybe some pretzel pieces. But it's my favorite cookie. And then I also have 2 bags of chips. I have a different water. The first one was just a flavored water. This one is a sparkling one. But we got, like I said, we got snacks out of it, like real proper snacks. We also got insulated bags and a pen. So shout out, I love insulated bags. I love pens. I'm very lame for 23, gonna be honest here. But no, what did I get samples of? I am gonna bring this under just a little, sorry. I got some sort of pepper jack mac and cheese bites, like they were deep fried ones. I got an empanada. I got different types of breaded chicken products. Got some bacon. There were 2 different stalls selling like pre-made burger patties and stuff. I didn't do it because I have an issue with ground beef sometimes, so I'm like, we're not gonna play these games in public. And, like, I'm not using the bathroom here. There's a dude with lemonade mixes. I got 2 cups of the strawberry lemonade because I love lemonade, and it was actually very good. Same dude was handing out like actual cans of Red Bull. So my father got one, didn't finish it, but still got another one to bring it for my brother, because before the whole digestive issue things, he used to go ham on Red Bulls. And then wonders why my brother and I have a predisposition to Monster. And then big fluffy brush, I'm going to take just some of Living for Lavender and then White Lies, tap it off a little, just to help blend the edges. I got multiple baked goods. Like there was a one doing little like teeny tiny cakes. Got chips from Deep River, I think, because that was one of the packaged snacks I got to take too, because they're like, oh, you know, we're introducing our mango habanero. I'm like, fantastic, I don't care about those. I'm like, I want the salt and cracked black pepper ones, which I did get. Also steak. That steak was so good. It's funny because my mother got a piece and then I got a piece, and I got the more rare piece, and she loves very rare steak, so I'm like, I'll be nice to give it to her. But the piece that she gave me in return was bigger, so who really won here? Ooh, I also got some sort of croissant beignets that were piping hot and fresh. I got some potatoes, got other bacon. My mother tried a Dubai chocolate tort and a blueberry lemon cake. I don't like cooked blueberries, otherwise I didn't. But I also tried like a Snickers cheesecake bar, a citrus lemon cake, so many things. So many things. And then with a little bit of Paradise mixed with some of White Lies, because there's not a better blue, I am going to start to drag that under and meet the purple just a little. And then my father and I did see Project Hail Mary last night. I wanted to see it because I didn't want what we were having for dinner. For example, it was beef stew. Back to my beef issue, and I just don't like it anyways. And the ticket was also $10.48. Thank you, AMC, for matinee pricing, and then half-priced Tuesdays, Wednesdays. So $3.30, which is the last matinee show for the movie. Still 2.5 hours of my life. It was very good, and this is coming from someone who's not a space person or read the book. The only thing I know is that my friend tried to harass me into seeing it when we were in New York, and I'm like, the times do not align. The stars do not align. But it was very fun. It was cute. I think I put like a 3.5 on Letterboxd. It was just so long though, like, dude. Besides the fact that it takes like 40 minutes before the movie even starts with ads and stuff. It's a 2 hour and 36 minute movie. And like at times it definitely felt like it too. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Daydream. I'm going to bring that a little more, because I do have a plan for the inner corner color. I know. Well, not a plan, it's just following the reference picture of Wild Concept. I know. Who could have foreseen this? And then I'm going to take a mix of custard cream and Daffodil Delight. A little more custard cream than not. And I'm going to go and pack that in my brow. It's not the same kind of chartreuse neon shade, but I wanted to also step away from my whatchamacallit palette for once. Blend Bunny palette. So we're going to put her up here. Do a little bit of that. And then also, carefully, a little bit of that on the inner corner. I know. Who could have foreseen this? Me. And if you looked at the reference picture, hopefully you. Also, I'm done using the palette as a mirror because it is hurting my little tiny hands. But you know, didn't do much of anything yesterday besides the food show and the movie. My father made the joke. He's like, "Oh my god, we can watch Interstellar now." I'm like, literally, after the movie ended, I'm like, I have no desire to go home and watch another space-themed movie. Especially Interstellar. My friend tried explaining to me the logic for that once, and I'm like, I'm done. Back to, like, obviously, Tragic Hail Mary is a space movie, but it's not, it is a little overly spacey sometimes, but like Interstellar is like deep. I wouldn't understand a word they're saying. I did see a trailer for the Odyssey, and that is in my plans. It's really funny because all the trailers we saw were just things that my father wants to watch and I have no desire to see, which I found to be just a little funny. And then this is from NYX Professional Makeup. This is the Epic Wear eyeliner stick in the shade Intense Teal. Oh, technically there was a Spider-Man trailer too, which I'm kind of done with Marvel movies, but I'm gonna go see that anyways because I do like the Spider-Man ones best. Yes, I know there's a difference between Marvel and Spider-Man on a technicality because Sony owns Spider-Man and that's why he's on so many other things. Girl, I know. Don't you think I know? It's funny because I had to go get a straw because I apparently dropped mine on my way into the auditorium. So I went as Spider-Man started playing. Thankfully, I stayed around long enough to hear John Bernthal. They did play a different Odyssey trailer though, so I was a little impressed, but not impressed, but like, oh, not the one with John Bernthal. It was more Matt Damon focused. And like internally, the Bostonian in me doesn't want to give Matt Damon any money. I don't want to go pay to see Matt Damon in theaters. That just seems wrong. But alas, it's the Odyssey. Also, my father, when we were watching the Odyssey trailer, he looked at me, he's like, "Is Matt Damon playing Homer?" I'm like, why would the poet be in the movie? Why would he be in the story? So I had to give him a rundown of the Odyssey and the translation and Odysseus, blah, 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 blah. He's like, "I still don't understand." I'm like, "I know you don't. Like, believe me, I know you don't." I'm also going to take a risk and not do any glitter glues. I know I'll probably regret this. But c'est la vie, I'm lazy and I don't want sticky fingers. But this is from Terra Cosmetics. This is the shade Celestial Petal. It's kind of like purpley in most, but a little purpley, little blue. But do a light dusting over all of this. It's funny, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I had been talking with one of my friends. I'm like, I kind of want to go to DC. Just in one of the do something I don't always do, and also somewhere I can get you on Amtrak that I'd actually want to go to. But she's like, "Girl, it's literally only museums down there." I'm like, I know. I'm like, I hate to break it to you, but internally, I'm really kind of old. Like, I'm not young. I'm not hip with the youths. Hip with the kids, if you will. So I'm like, it works for me at least. Oh. And then also from Terra Cosmetics, this is the shade Charon. I'm like, and a lot of the museums are free or severely discounted. Like, yeah, sure, it's DC with numbnuts and associates in charge, but still just want a little something different. And this is gonna sound really stupid because I literally just got back, but I do want to go back to New York very soon. Last one, I promise. This is Moonlighter, still from Terra Cosmetics. And I know you're gonna be like, "You literally just got back. What the frickle frack?" I really want to see cats again. Like, don't Like, Andrew Lloyd Webber, how dare you make, like, I know, like, it's his thing, like, and, like, he does very good stuff, apparently. Don't tell the British man I said that. Like, I really want to see Cats again, like, so badly. Except, Cats only runs until September. And there is a stretch of August that looks fairly cheap for, my hotel that I like to go to, because again, it doesn't have a security deposit. Like, I really want to see Cats, and like, I really want a good seat, but like, the dog show's in April, not April, end of January, beginning of February, and I really want to go to that, but like, and also, even though it's still a few months out, August Amtrak tickets are stupid. I'm sorry, I'm hiccuping. August Amtrak prices are still stupidly priced. They're all like $114 and above for business. And I don't need to do business on my way in. I can just do it on the way back, or not even bother. I might not even bother with the business in that case, honestly. But the non-business trains, like the Amtrak Northeast Regional, takes longer than the Acela train. So like there's, like, yeah, I'm saving money, but do I want to, but that means I'm spending more time on the train. So it's one of those, who knows. Honestly, the dog show tickets go on the 2-day passes go on pre-sale on the 13th. So I'm gonna see then, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna be honest here. It might have to be an Amtrak Chromebook purchase. So, and I canceled my tattoo appointment, so I have an extra $210 that I was planning on spending. Even though my tattoo artist still hasn't responded to me about my cancellation. So, but I need to go find some lashes, and I should be back in a second because I can't dilly-dally because it is 4:31 right now. But, yeah. Alright, hello, I'm back. I dallied because it was a little after 4:30 when I stopped, and it's like 5:16 right now, so it's fine. Everything's fine. I still have tomorrow to film something too, so. And then this is from Glow Recipe. These are the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I know. Who could have foreseen this? But I was possibly looking at hotels and train fare for late July, early August. And tell me why Smigadoon is so expensive. Like, the cheapest seats are $79. And like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, it's more expensive than Cat's most expensive ticket. Like, but I was like, I'm like, I could do Smigadoon the day I get in, and then Cat's can be Monday night because Monday nights are cheaper. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna look into it, because if I do it, I don't get paid the week of my birthday. My birthday is also on a Sunday, so I get paid the Friday after my birthday. And the weekend after my birthday is the slightly cheaper day, so I only take 2 days off opposed to 3. I don't do a double show day. And then if I could still end up doing the dog show, but do it just day Monday to Monday through Wednesday, just day for the dog show, really, because I'd still have the day to do stuff and just not see any shows, really, which would be a little sad, but you know, I can do other things contrary to popular belief, so it's a possibility. Now what I need is Capital One to do the spend $450 at Expedia and get $150 in cash back. Then it would be worth it, because the July, August dates for Saturday through Wednesday are looking like the same prices from Saturday through Thursday of March. So, say la vie. This is all I'm doing for my base right now. This is from When Wild. This is the Bare Focus Niacinamide Skin Tint in the shade Fair. And I know with the concealer I'm about to use, you're going to be like, oh my god, you've been using this so much lately. And I'll be like, I know. But it's a really good base combination. God forbid I like the way my base looks. And I sometimes when I get like a good base combo, sometimes it's really just hard to like let her go. And honestly, I think I might not do business class for my seats if I do book for August, because right now it's looking like $97 versus like $180 to $200 if I did business class both ways, and those are not the vibes. But we're just gonna blend this out very, very quickly. Like, I've been loving the skin tint lately. Like, it's also a really good color match. The only thing is that I hate summer, like, so much. And, like, I don't want to be wandering around in, you know, 80 to 100 degree heat. But it will be less things in my bag, that means. I'm not gonna have to worry so much about putting things in. And especially with summer, I wear less makeup. Like, I'd probably pack a brow gel, a mascara, an eyeshadow stick, and a lip balm. And my fake freckles. Actually, no, because by this time summer comes around, my freckles will be more than now, obviously. So, like I said, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna go on the Chromebook and see what coupons Honey will automatically apply. And they're giving me a $25 coupon, Expedia is, because every single time I've been to New York, I've been to that hotel. And it's a perfectly fine, respectable hotel. I don't need any fancy things. It's got a comfortable bed. It's got a working TV. The shower works. The toilet flushes. Haven't found a bug or anything. They did give the landlord special, but, you know, I'm also staying in Times Square, so c'est la vie. The price is worth it sometimes. And then this is from Patrick Todd. This is the Major Skin Soft Blur Brightening Concealer in Fair Neutral 2. Like I said, it's really, really good, and it looks really, really nice with this skin tint. And I am getting onto the skin tint. You know how I said I like a heavy duty concealer, like a matte concealer with a dewy foundation? I'm onto the slightly matter full coverage concealer and a skin tint chain. So I've been using this and then the Hourglass skin tint lately, because those are the only two skin tints I have. I was looking into the Mary Phillips brand foundation, because that seems like a lighter weight one. And I know I had a sample of it. I threw it out. I got the sample mostly so I could see the shade at home, and I was finally switching out my bag today, because I have like a tote bag. It's like a more heavy duty one, so it can be a crossbody, and then the loop that holds the hook completely snapped, so I couldn't even like just get a replacement strap. It was the fabric that broke, so I got a new one like a week ago, and I only just replaced it. But that's because my days off last week were so odd that I'm like, if I forget something, I'm screwed. So if I go out tomorrow and I go, oh hey, I forgot to put this in, I have a day to fix it. See, look at that. Look at that, girl. And then I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Shapelifter Micro Contour Stick in the shade Enhanced. I know that a lot of these products I've been using a lot lately, but these kind of have been my favorites lately. Like this contour stick especially. She's beautiful. She's precise, especially because contour is supposed to be precise, opposed to bronzer, which you can get away with like a slightly heavier, looser hand with. But like, I still think about going to DC sometimes, but like, it's not gonna be for a while. Like, I also eventually want to leave the country, maybe. I mean, leave the country. I thought about Chicago for half a second with one of my friends, and then we're like, and again, it's just, New York is very convenient, and it's mostly the Broadway aspect. Like, yeah, sure, I've had pretty good food there too. It's mostly the Broadway aspect. Like, I don't know if Cats is going on tour. I know Death Becomes Her is coming to Boston at the middle of January, I think. I know Oh Mary is coming towards the end of December, early January, because I was looking at pre-sale tickets today actually, and they're a lot better priced than New York, obviously. So come closer. I think I'd go again just to see what's going on. Alright, this is from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the hybrid blush in the shade Petal. I'm going very light-handed with this, mostly because this side of the brush sucks, but I want to use the other side. I just need a little bit of something down, honestly, because the two that powder blushes I'm going to use don't really show up great on their own. They need something to stick to. So I'm just going to do a little bit of this just as a base. But like I said, I'm gonna charge the Chromebooks. I think it's dead. And I will go from there about the New York aspect. More so, see what coupons I can find. And again, realistically, shouldn't do it again. Realistically, I should just be responsible and wait until January. But at the same time, it's January. It's gonna be cold. I'm gonna be tired. Not want to go outside. Yeah, sure, same thing with being hot in August, but like it's easier to get cold than it's easier to get warm, you know? Then this is from Nabla Cosmetics. This is the Close-Up Blur and Powder Blush in the shade Petite. And I'm gonna, oh no, that's a hair coming out. And we're just gonna do a little bit of that. Yeah. Bridget is in the midst of losing one of her teeth because I pulled a toy out of her mouth this morning and the toy was so bloody. I'm like lady. And I think I know what tooth it is because like she still has all of them. I checked. I made sure to like check each side, be like, okay, you still have corresponding teeth on each side. I think it's like not like a canine, but one of the ones next to it, so it would be like this tooth for her because it was a little red at the base and like just looked off. Not that I know what her teeth look like at all times, but like just it looked a little off. And then this is from NYX. This is their Buttermelt blush in the shade Butter Together. I feel like I haven't used this in a little while, but I'm gonna kind of do that there. Give myself a nice little sculpt. No, I thought I hit pan. It was just hard pan, so it's just the oils from my skin going onto the brush and then just making weird little clumps. So if you've ever seen that on any of your powder products, it's just your skin oils. You're fine. Your products are fine. You can usually use tape to take some of it off or just do like a light scraping. But also, I think this looks so nice. Like the blush with the, you know. And then this is from Kaleidos. This is one of their Space Age highlighters in the shade Star Surfer, so it's just a little pinky champagne-y. My friend, she did get a car. She has it registered and all that fun jazz. So she texted me, she's like, I'm gonna come steal Bridget. I'm like, she's like, I'm gonna steal her until she annoys me. I'm like, okay, so like, you'll have her for like 2 seconds. But she's been very adamant about meeting Bridget. And she did meet Kylie when Kylie was alive, because she was with her friend when her friend was doing Instacart, and I placed an order for like paper towels and Monster. She's like, hey, did you order this stuff? I'm like, psychic demon. She's like, your order popped up. She's like, I'm gonna meet the dog. I'm like, so it's just she really wants to meet Bridget. She also called her funny looking. I'm like, you know what? So true. The friend that I went to New York with also called her a cryptic sack of bones, I think it was, and my mother's like, tell your friend to stop bullying my dog. I'm like, I can see her ribs. I can see through her skin sometimes. She's almost 8 pounds. She is 7.9 pounds. Because she had a weird fit last week and didn't eat as much as she usually did for a few days, so she was just a little odd, like usual. And then this is from MAC Cosmetics. This is the lip liner in Cool Spice. I'm gonna need to sharpen this soon, but that sounds like a next time I use it problem. Oh! No. It's funny because I have no desire to see just in time. Like, even when it was Jonathan Groff, and I love me some Jonathan Groff. I have no desire to see them. Like, I have no clue who Bobby Darren sounds right. I'm like, I have no desire. But Issa, oh god, how do I pronounce her last name? I've never heard it pronounced. Browns. The actress that currently plays Trinity Santos on The Pit, and she was also Eurydice with Jordan Fisher. Jordan? Or is it Jeremy? Jeremy? One of the two. I just always forget it because there's Jeremy Jordan, then he's either Jeremy or Jordan Fisher, so just but she's currently in it, which is funny because so is Matthew Morrison, and I find it so funny that they went from Glee actor to Glee actor and then is going to Jeremy Jordan, who was supposed to be Jonathan Groff's character in Glee. So I find it hee hee ha ha, but she can sing and I love her, but alas, also would not spend those prices. Ridiculous. And then this is from Half Magic Beauty. This is the Magic Drip Glitter Lip Gloss in the shade Y2K Cherub. I'm already kind of going stir crazy. I'm like, it's my normal 3 days off, but like, I'm going stir crazy. Even though I was out for 2 days in a row. I have I have a bad feeling that the girl who took my shift tomorrow is gonna text me either really late tonight or really early tomorrow morning asking me to take it. Because, you know, she texted me like 3 hours after I sent the schedule in the group chat. And she's like, you know, I'll take your Thursday shift in exchange for you taking my Sunday. She's like, I'd be doing a 12-hour shift though. I'm like, okay, that's your offer, first of all. Second of all, do you really want to be here from 10 to 10? And she's gonna get her ass kicked. I know I said it before, but she complains about being alone for the last 2 hours of closing on a insanely slow day. And Thursday mornings are my busiest day of the week. Not even my busiest day, the busiest day of the week in the mornings, because it's usually very catering heavy, very large office order heavy. Sorry, it's Broadway Direct texting me about getting tickets to Spigadoon. Which I might, because I was looking at the scene chart and I'm like, oh, then I'm like, these are still $109 for a show that I have no clue about. But alright, I need to go fix my bangs, but I should be back in a second. Alright, and this is the finished look. I did pre-roll my bangs before when I was doing my brows, so they did keep their shape a little. Again, just this one never gets as much volume for some reason, and there's this piece that was cut way too short compared to the other side. I did have to trim the side so it's a little more even now, but alas. But yeah, this is the finished look. I like it so much. I like very pastel, I like sparkly, I like spring looks. I know I did kind of a similar one. A little similar. A few weeks to months ago. Like a few weeks to a month ago. But this blush, beautiful. This lip, beautiful. Just, again, these tones are for the eyes. And I do love the little pop of teal in there. I wish I had like a sky blue eyeliner though. Like all of the like gel eyeliners I'm finding are like a cobalt blue. And I want, besides them being shimmery, I want it basically this color. Because then it will be a little more, this kind of just blends into the blue underneath my, like, on my lash line. But alas, but yeah.